7th grade. So today we're going to continue drawing our surrealistic landscape um, and our study of surrealism. Okay, so each in this landscape that you're going to draw, you're going to have an element from each surrealistic artist that I showed you in the PowerPoint presentation. So for De Chirico, he was into mannequins and classical references. So we have a temple and the mannequin. For Dali, he had this sort of funny hill in the background and his little kind of Charlie Brown tree with his hanging clock. Then for Magritte, he was the guy who drew items, and he made small items big and big items small. So you'll be able to select your own items. And this is based on 1-point perspective, so we are going to be drawing a road, and when you draw the temple, you will be paying attention to drawing the temple in 1-point perspective. And the mannequin will be drawn with the 8 heads tall theory, that we practiced in the sketchbooks. So here goes. Okay. You're going to use these centimeter rulers just because it's easier to divide the paper up into what we call the rule of thirds, into 9 parts. So the paper is approximately, it's 28, but we'll say 27 centimeters high. So 3 into 27 is 9 and 18. So mark that off. 9 and 18, and draw a line across so that you have divided the paper horizontally. Okay. Line up your 2 points. There it is. Okay. And try not to press too hard. I'm pressing a little hard because I want you to be able to see. And then going across, this paper is approximately 36 centimeters in width. So 3 into 36 goes 12, right? So mark off 12 and 24 at the top, and 12 and 24 at the bottom. Okay. And actually, you want to draw it sort of light at the top. You're really going to need it more at the bottom, the division. Okay? All right, so then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to draw the road. Actually, I think since we have the ruler, we'll draw the figure. Okay? And this time, actually, when we draw, the mannequin. When we draw the mannequin, we're going to draw the mannequin so it looks like a mannequin with all its little round parts. Okay, so you don't want to position the mannequin in too hard a position, but I am going to, just have him standing there. I am going to have like one arm out. There we go. So that I can pretend maybe he's resting his hand on the apple or on a chess piece or something. So I'll try to draw closer to him so you can see. Okay, so this top line is going to be your horizon line. Okay, so actually I am going to erase the lines above. Now, the mannequin is going to have to stand with his head up above this line and to begin with, draw a line that is 16 centimeters long, okay? And then mark it off every 2 centimeters to get your division of 8. So 2 centimeters would be 1 where the head is. 2 to 4 is 2. 4 to 6, then 6 to 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Okay, so now we're going to draw the head in space 1, and then looking at our mannequin, okay, we're going to draw like a little round circle. Okay, maybe it's better if we go really close so you can really see. Okay, I hope that's better. So here is where I drew the roundness for his neck. Okay. Then we know that his waist, this is 3, is going to be down between 3 and 4. Okay. So just draw some shoulders coming out, and then the top of his chest. And you can this time draw this little break at his waist. And that means, okay, we'll have to cheat a little and make his hips go down into the 4th space a little bit, okay, over the line. So we'll draw the line a little longer. So his legs will come down like this, and we'll put his knees. So this is 5 and 6. So we'll draw the knees under the mark where it is the 6th space, okay? Then we'll draw his calves like this. Just draw the legs together because that's the easiest thing. And then I guess we can draw his ankles like that because he does, you know, he has little round ankles. And then his little feet sticking out like that, okay? Then his arm, I'll draw his arm. Now remember the elbow lines up with the waist, okay? And here's his wrist, and he just sort of has these mitten hands. And then this is the arm, okay? Oops, I forgot his shoulder. You can draw a circle for the shoulder as well. Okay, so this comes down like this. And this is the hand where I think I want to have like an object that he can be leaning on or touching. Okay, so there is my figure. All right. Okay, so now done with him. All right. Now the next thing is I have to pick where my vanishing point is going to be, right? And I'm going to pick and make my vanishing point actually right here, okay, where this line comes up, okay? And I am going to draw my road like this, just slanting, and then like this. And my road ends on the horizon, all right? Just like that. And so it's not confusing for me. I'm going to erase these lines from my grid. Now I am going to draw the temple, all right? I'm going to draw a triangle like this and a square underneath it, like that. And it can rest right on this line. It can be over here, okay? Just do the best you can, okay? Then I'm going to use my ruler and line this up. Okay, hopefully, let's see if we can tilt this up so you can see it a little better. Okay. There we go. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now I'm putting my ruler here where the vanishing point is and right at the top of the roof, and I'm drawing a line that's about 2 inches long, and then another line that's about 2 inches long, okay, and another line, here's the 6, that's 2 inches long, okay. All right, now, then, since this is a vertical line here, I'm going to draw a vertical line here, okay, like that. And then since this is a slanted line, I'm going to draw a slanted line here. And there I have a 3D looking building. Okay. And I can embellish it by drawing an arched door, okay, and again using my vanishing point, kind of draw a hallway. I can draw, this is called a frieze across the top of it, some pillars next to it, and then decorate the side at some point. Okay. Now, the next thing that we're going to draw is, so we've done De Chirico. Those are his symbols. Now we're going to move on to Salvador Dali. And we're going to draw that funny hill that he has in the background. So you want to draw like a bumpy line like this, okay, just organic looking, and then like a banner, like a ribbon shape going back, like 3 times, like that. Then we're going to draw a line coming down that hits the horizon line. Then this will come down below the horizon line, and then the third one down a little lower. And then we'll draw this going back like this, echoing this shape, and this going back, and this going back. Okay? And that's it. There we go. We can erase this. And there is Salvador Dali's hill. All right, now we're going to put in Salvador Dali's tree somewhere. Okay. Now that tree doesn't have to be, it can be up front. It can be up here on the hill. It can be back here. Okay. Let's see. I think actually I'm going to pretend I'm like Magritte, and I am going to make the tree like it's going to look a little bigger than the temple, which is going to look a little funny, but that's okay. So the tree looks like a little Charlie Brown tree. It comes up and it has one branch that comes out like this. Okay? And the tree and the melted clock is basically an oval that comes down like this in the front, and then it loops around in the back, and we just see part of the back of it. Okay? So we'll just get this sketched in, and then we'll do details, and well, actually I might as well just show you. Okay, then we draw a rim to the clock, okay, maybe a little wind-up button, and then you can put the number 6, try to, get some numbers. You can draw the tree much bigger. If you want to draw it in the front, then yes, you can draw it much bigger if you draw it in the front. Okay. All right, so then that's it for Salvador Dali. We have his mountain and his melted clock. And now we're going to move on to Magritte. Okay, and then this is where it gets interesting. I am going to have you guys select some objects. Everybody will draw an apple, okay? So, as I said, actually, I think I'm going to change my apple and put it over here because there's no room to put it there. And I want to have my guy kind of leaning on the apple, okay? And so here's my apple, and it's even going to go standing behind my mannequin a little, which is perfectly okay to do, okay? And he's resting his hand here, and there is the stem of the apple. Okay. All right. And then you are going to select some objects, okay? And I will, I guess, demonstrate in class how to draw those objects. This video is getting kind of long, but I will continue, and I will just actually draw the chess piece. So you will have an apple to look at when you draw the apple, okay? And here is my little chess piece, okay? So in drawing the chess piece, I'm going to draw it right here in the front, okay? The chess piece has this round piece at the top. If it's a queen or a king, it will be a little fancier, okay? You want to draw a line coming down, okay? Because basically, it's just a fancy cylinder, okay? And then this comes down like this. And then this is rounded down here. This is its little body, okay? Oh, and I can see it sort of had a collar thing that comes out, so I'll add that. Then it flares out to draw the base, like this. And then this comes down, and I have a couple of layers here for its pedestal, okay? And then you can select a number of items, like here's a lock, a crayon, maybe a big crayon laying across the street. Oh yes, and then the last thing too is the sky is going to look a little empty if we don't draw anything, so if you want to use the templates and draw a sun or a moon, okay, I think actually, or the planet Saturn, you know, something kind of dramatic, or like a great big sunset back here, then, you know, feel free to do so. That's what I did in this one. I drew a big sunset, but I think in this one, I kind of want to draw a moon. So I am going to put a crescent moon back here. And actually, I think I'll even show the dark side of that moon. Okay, so then that's the basic drawing. We will outline it with Sharpie, and then we will color it in with colored pencils. Whoopsie! With colored pencils. And I have these fantastic metallic markers, too, and pencils that you'll be able to use. All right, happy drawing, class.